justice reigns from above. The freedom, the freedom. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing himself, currently teamless. It is Creator. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the other South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss, recently returning from the military. It is Zoun. Oh. Here we go. Oh my god, they're talking about food. Don't know what to eat. Rice noodles with coriander. Red pepper. Let's go. Red bean paste, maybe? Why are they talking about food? Beautiful, beautiful. Again, I believe, of course, this was played yesterday, and yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, was Lunar New Year. Lunar New Year, or Chinese New Year, was yesterday, and, you know, they might be talking about getting food, you know, celebrating. I would imagine. Would make sense. Would make sense. As now we calm things down, we do have a Gate Cybercore into expansion setup here. Now, the reason why we do see this setup where we are mirroring each other is because there is a ramp coming into the natural. So it is safe to go for more economic builds. We should not be seeing 2 gate openers here on Ultra Love. And the question becomes, who is able to expand first? Do we delay each other? Zealots are already being forced out. Because of these Zealots, we should be able to force out a Stargate before the Nexus. That is the ideal, as we are waiting for the Cybercore. Now, if we both open up Stargate, then that leads into Phoenix Wars. This is how Phoenix Wars are birthed and kind of come about. Speaking of, there it is. Stargate for Zoun, Stargate for Creator. And it isn't just that they open Stargate, it's because they both see each other open Stargate. That means that you have to make Phoenixes. You have to make Phoenixes, and once you start making Phoenixes, you do not stop. You don't stop making Phoenixes, you just commit. You commit even more, and then you get a second Stargate into Fleet Beacon, into Phoenix Range, into Mass Phoenix, and there you go. This is the reason why you see Phoenix Wars more often on Ultra Love, on maps that just have ramps coming into the expansion. You can see it on Abyssal Reef as well, and on many other maps. There's one that's slipping in my mind. Not Ley Lines. Neon Violet Square. There you go. So speaking of Phoenixes, yep, there we go. Phoenix is on the way for Zoun, Phoenix is on the way for Creator, and we should not be stopping Phoenix production. There are certain windows, there are certain timings that are going to be available where one player can kind of like skyrocket ahead than the other. The big first timing is going to be the second Stargate. When and where does a player invest into a second Stargate for double Phoenix production to give themselves an edge over their opponent? As the Adept is forced out. Adept is forced out of the natural. More Phoenixes are building up. Now, this early on, it is very risky to be active with your Phoenixes. You don't want to get caught out. If you lose one Phoenix, then that could just be game. That could just be game then and there. So you have to be so careful. We see Zoun being active. He does have 2 Adepts and a Zealot. With the greater ground army, he can try to poke in and try to get some damage done. And he can try to force his opponent to expose their own Phoenixes when he tries to lift up a unit. Second Stargate on the way for Zoun and Creator at the same time. Adepts, they do shade in, and the 2 Adepts, they can one-shot drones. They can one-shot workers. Once again, trying to keep the production. And the Creator is going to be forced to engage. He's forced in. 4th Phoenix has arrived, and Zoun has to get the hell out of here. Zoun has to pull away. This, he does get a couple of probe kills, but it's going to be cleaned up. Creator does defend, and Zoun pulls back. Now, at the end of this skirmish here, Creator still maintains a slight worker advantage, and Zoun took a lot of hull damage. Didn't lose a Phoenix, but that is a lot of hull damage on these Phoenixes, so I do want to say that Creator is in a better position. He is in a better position here. Zoun going to be the first to expand. Still making Mass Phoenix. From here, we could try to invest into a Fleet Beacon into Phoenix Range. That is yet to be the case. Creator a little bit late with that probe. Does pylon block the triangular third base, but won't be there in time to block the linear third. As you can see, pylons being thrown down, and now Creator sees for the first time the expansion. So again, he's just a little bit too late to block. And that does place a lot of pressure on Creator because he is down in expansion compared to his opponent. Phoenix counts are neck and neck. So far we're stacking. Trying to stack up. Oh, lining up the shots. We just engage. We just commit. I have a defensive advantage in favor of Zoun. He has faster reinforcements. And with that, Creator, it looks like he's going to be forced back. Yeah, Zoun, he takes the better fight. Somehow, someway, he does shut this down. GG gets called. Takes down the little Phoenixes. And Zoun will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Zoun will take lead in the series. It is very difficult to take a fight on your opponent's side of the map. What we saw there, again, because Zoun fought right next to his Stargate, it meant that technically he was up a Phoenix because it was able to reinforce that much faster. If you even being up 1 Phoenix, I mean, that's brutal. That's brutal. Then there, things can very quickly escalate out of control. This is also why some people aren't necessarily too fond of Phoenix Wars, because all it takes is 1 Phoenix advantage for the fights to very quickly swing in your favor. Because of that, we typically see more passive play. Like, because it's so hard to take a fight on your opponent's side of the map, we usually just like back off and we just, you know, get a 3rd expansion, another Stargate, into like a mothership, into like Sky Toss. Things go a little bit in a more different manner. But a Creator, he was a little bit less patient. He committed. GG. GG will play that. Zoun does take a lead. And now we're jumping into game number 2. Let's go. Let us go. So we are jumping into that second game, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ley Lines, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss. Whew. Down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back, we'll see if he can recover, and force the ace match. It is Creator. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Protoss player leading the series 1-0. It is Zoun. And that prerequisite that allows for Phoenix Wars to occur is not present here on Ley Lines, as there's no ramp. There's no ramp coming into the natural, so it is considered unsafe to go for those more greedy gate cyber expansions. That is not the case here, so we have 2 gate openers instead. We should be seeing a 2 gate opener here from Zoun, likewise 2 gate opener out of Creator. So a very different dynamic, very different PvP. It's all map dependent. Of course, this is Creator's map of choice. It does make sense that he would avoid a map that has a ramp, especially after that last game. And not many players enjoy Phoenix Wars, enjoy playing it. Sometimes they have to embrace it. They have to, you know, get into it here on Ultra Love. Not the case on Ley Lines. Now, what's important? 2 gate opener out of Creator. Zoun, he is going for a greedy build. Zoun, aka Max Pack. So Zoun, he goes for a gateway into Cybercore, into Nexus. Zoun is cutting corners. Now, what Zoun is doing here has been a more popular style in the Korean scene ever since the latest patch. Ever since the PTR even of the latest patch, we have seen Hero kind of lead the charge, and players like Zoun, Classic, Trap, and even Creator as well, Creator a little bit less so, but even Creator as well, following in his footsteps here, to kind of embrace the Max Packs opener in the latest patch. So Zoun, he's following suit here, and this does put a lot of pressure on Creator. It means that Creator now has to make a choice. Does he all in? Does he try to all in Zoun? But now pylon blocking, delaying the expansion behind this, going into Stalker Adept. But there is no proxy. There is no setup for a proxy pylon, for a proxy gateway, or a robo, or anything else. There is a second gas geyser, so Zoun might just go for a Stargate before expanding. Never mind. It is going for the Nexus. So again, very greedy build here by Zoun. to rush into the faster nexus into a delayed Stargate. Creator going for a faster Stargate into a later expansion. So slightly more economic here for Zoun. And I'm curious how our players do follow this up. Now, Creator, he has not actually confirmed what's going on. He has not scouted the main. Zoun will with the hallucination. Which means Zoun will have the option and the choice to actually make a Phoenix first instead of an Oracle. Creator, he doesn't really have that luxury. Zoun, yep, there we go, he confirms. Zoun, he confirms the Oracle that's on the way, and we should just be opening up Stargate into Phoenix. Like, Phoenixes, they will shut this down, and then suddenly Zoun gains map control, and then suddenly I'm concerned for Creator. I am concerned. As this is a big investment, and I don't really see this Oracle doing much damage. And unfortunately, Creator just doesn't know. Like, he hasn't seen what's going on across the map. Remember, Creator, he chose not to open Sentry. There was no Sentry-based opener, it was Adept and Stalker instead, so he has no hallucination, he has no vision. Until now. Until this Oracle. As Creator, he moves out across the map, Stalker's in position, Phoenixes are amassing. It's going to be Stargate into Robo, into Immortal production. Delayed Blink, or non-existent Blink. And the Oracle, yeah, he has to get out of here. And he's not going to be able to... Yeah, brutal pickoff. That's going to be a kill as Oracle goes down for nothing. Behind this, there is no second Oracle. Creator, he's working towards a Blink instead. And this is where Zoun needs those Immortals. Now again, Zoun, he knows that he's going to be behind when it comes to that Blink timing and when it comes to those Blink Stalkers because he's amassing Phoenixes. That is why he has to play Robo. If he didn't, he would have no answer and he would be overwhelmed. With this Robo, we need as many Immortals as possible to survive and to make up for the lack of Stalkers. The Stalkers that Creator will have in his favor. As Creator's throwing down extra gateways, getting into his 4-gate Blink setup. There's that first Immortal, and again, Zoun needs as many as he can get. As many as he can muster. Zoun rotating between the bases, spots the expansion, delays the third, not bad. Does delay the expansion. Creator moving in. Stalkers are ready. Blink has yet to complete. Zoun confirms the Twilight Council. He's fully aware that Blink is on the way. And Zoun, he may just opt to skip Blink entirely, and with this Twilight Council, go charge. Or charge lots. Archon Immortal. The other option here is we could see Zoun not expand and go for a Glaive Adepts and go for a 2-base all-in. But it is going to be charge. There we go. We have confirmation. Charge is on the way. That's extra gateways. Uh-oh. We have how many gates in total? We have 4 gates in the main. We have 2 gates hidden here at the natural. Are we going for an 8-gate 2-base all-in? We're waiting for more. We're waiting for more gateways. 4 probes going down. Creator, he moves out to deny the expansion. There is no third. And do you see what I see? More gateways. Yeah, more gateways on the way. It is going to be a 2-base all-in. And it's on Creator to scout and confirm. Creator, he hasn't seen the gateway count yet. There is a tell, though. That is the fact that there's no base. You can see he's checking. He's checking for an expansion. There is no third. The longer this goes on, the more suspicious it's looking. He shades in. Does shade in. Oh. Trying to catch one of the Phoenixes. And Creator, he needs site defense. He needs cannons, shield battery. There we go. Shield battery's on the way. He's aware. He's aware that something's wrong. He's aware that something's coming his way. Once again, you see he's checking for a third. Snipes the Phoenix. And knowing is half the battle. Nice pickles here from Creator. Triggering those shields. Creator, even though he knows what's going on, he has to slow it down. He has to pick away at the army. Ideally, he gets a couple of Zealots here. Takes down the Phoenixes, gets one more. Oh, but he's also getting picked off. Does kill the Phoenix, but bleeds out 2 more Stalkers. Creator, he pulls away. The Prism has arrived. Zoun is going to commit. And what do we have to defend? We have 1 shield battery, soon to be 4 shield batteries. The cannon further back. Zoun does have the supply lead. The army supply is on his side. Zoun getting supply blocked. Oh. Supply blocked. There we go. Pylons to finish up. More reinforcements on the way. Triggers that immortal. Buying more time for more shield batteries. Not bad. Getting extra war pins. And here we go. Creator is going to commit. Sorry, Zoun is going to commit. Peels off towards the expansion. Probe's going to be going down. Takes out the final Phoenix. And Zoun is pushing in. And does he have enough though? That's so many shield batteries. That's what, 5, 6 shield batteries here to defend. There's a cannon as well. Best case scenario for Creator. And he's holding. He does hold the line. Forces back the army. 7 probes going to be going down. And Zoun, he's not really getting any ground here. Gets a pylon. Rotating over, taking a lot of hits. More cells are coming in. Archon goes down. Massive pickup. Cells have arrived. Shield batteries are running out of energy. And Zoun is rotating over. And there we go. Now we can commit. Nice force field. Locks down the Stalkers. And more than... Oh my god, a little bit of miscontrol here. The move command. Some of the Stalkers, they get caught out. But now we're down to 3 Immortals, down to 2 Archons, down to 1 Archon. As Zoun is running out of steam. He's running out of Archons. Just 1 Archon left. Does take down the Immortal. Another Immortal on the way. Now Zoun has maintained that Immortal count, still very close. Very clutch. It's been a very patient all-in, and GG gets called. Zoun breaks through, and Zoun will take the series at 2-0. Whew. GG. GG, well played. A really patient all-in there out of Zoun with that whole position micro. Honestly, it was really important that Zoun did not throw away those zealots. That was the purpose of the whole position, is that he was getting some damage done, he was forcing energy to be siphoned from those shield batteries, and he was preserving those zealots for as long as he could. He was preserving those zealots until the very end, where he could finally start to commit. Once these shield batteries were out of energy, he can just start to take these fights, and he did cripple the economy, did break through, did overwhelm. Whew, GG. Not just whole position micro, but he also maintained the Immortal count. Didn't lose a single Immortal there. And Zoun will advance on to the semis. Congratulations. Congratulations. Zoun does advance on. And we have 1 series left. 1 series left here in the quarterfinals. We have 1 more TvP.